Alright, what is up, everybody? And welcome back to part 4, hopefully? Let's see what happens this time. So, I've been looking at my other videos and realizing my voice is not very loud. I'm trying to fix that in this video. Let's just hope. But, in the last video, we defeated so many different enemies, so many different bosses. We beat the Hydra, so now it is time for us to move on to our next opponent, the Iron Golem. And he is sitting up. You can kind of see his outline, kind of. Like he's just standing there. Like it's very, like right above my head. In any case, we're gonna go fight him. We gotta go fight through Sin's Fortress, and then we're gonna head to Anor Londo. Um, so this is where the difficulty spikes. Not a great bit, but quite a bit to be a problem. Last time we came through here, we had a +5 weapon, and now we're just gonna go and teach these guys what's up. Now, mind you, not like that. I'm gonna start the video off with a death, huh? That would be terrible. That would actually be the dumbest thing I've ever done. Because apparently I can't backstab right now, which is very irritating. So, thankfully enough, we do quite a bit of damage to these guys already. No real issues to run through. Now, we could do the same thing we did last time, and just kind of run through the enemies, but I just want to make sure that we're clear for all this stuff. And something I've thought about is we don't have any firebombs. We will be getting firebombs here, but they'll be the black firebombs. Instead of the regular firebombs that we have been getting, we're going to get black firebombs, which are going to be so much stronger, which is also the reason I haven't gone to get more. If I can speak today. Yeah, so we're going to get black firebombs. The way we get black firebombs is there is a merchant in this entire Sin's Fortress that is completely just away from everything. He is non-existent in the ways of so many different people. Most people don't see him, don't know about him, but there is a merchant here. I don't know how many people actually know about the merchant. If you don't know about the merchant, I guess is what it is, but he does require you to do a jump skip, which most people don't know about, I guess. Or some people do, some people don't. Again, there's so many times where I've talked about this merchant, and some people don't know about him. Now, you guys, I guarantee, have known about it. If you've played Dark Souls before, you know about this merchant. It would be kind of a miss to say you don't. But again, I don't know. This merchant is very important for us because, like I said, we're going to get the black fire bombs. We can also buy large Titanite shards from him. I was talking about this merchant a while ago in another video. Basically, instead of having to farm the slimes or the slugs, we can get the large Titanite shards from this guy instead of having to get them from the slugs. But our main purpose for him today is to literally get the black fire bombs, and we're also going to get the cage key, which will help us with using one of the cells to get back and forth if we need to. I don't think we're really going to have to travel back and forth through Sin's Fortress too often. The game does allow us to do it if we need to, but we shouldn't have to. My focus right now is just to go through and just take on as many of these guys as possible and end it off. So we're going to wait for the boulder to come through, and then we're going to... There it is. I'm going to run. Now, mind you, we could have done the... we could just paused out and done the skip that way. We would have missed that entire boulder, but I'm not too worried about it. So we're going to go over here, and then we're going to jump up on top of this elevator, and we're going to get off the elevator before it hits the top, because if you see the blood, there are spikes. We can't see them because our camera won't let us, but there are spikes right there. We don't want that. Now, will it kill us? I can't say for certain, but it's definitely going to hurt. And with as much health as we have, as little health as we have, I'm not taking the opportunity to risk it. So, Sin's Fortress is a bunch of traps. You can just kind of run through the game, You don't need to worry. Just run. Be done with it. So this, you just wait till they all go in the middle, run through it, and then basically we have that serpent over there. We have a serpent up there who sees us, and I don't want to get hit. So my whole thing right now is I'm just going to patiently wait for a second. There we go. 3. Okay. Turn our back so we don't get smacked with this guy. 1, 2, 3. Backstab. And he's done. So something else I've realized when I watch my other videos is I do not pay attention to what I'm actually saying half the time. I'm not giving you guys clear directions of where I'm going or what I'm doing. I'm just kind of mumbling. Don't get me wrong, I am trying to keep conversation going, but it's really difficult to keep conversation when you can't really talk about stuff, when you don't know what to talk about. And it doesn't make a difference right here, right now, but right now we have done the hardest part of Sin's Fortress, all the traps. So next we're going to go grab the ring, fire resistance ring, and hopefully not die by a Boulder Knight. Again, when I said this area is going to spike in difficulty, is quite literally the enemies are the same enemies we've been fighting, but they are the stronger versions of them. So they're going to be not what we're used to, and they very well can be a problem. So again, we're going to see what happens with all that. Just nice, patient gameplay. But another thing, like I was trying to say, is trying to keep conversation with you guys, trying to keep, everything linear, I guess. I don't know how to keep a conversation going. I just talk and talk and talk and hope for the best. Got the flame ring. That was going to help tremendously with other things. Oh, we're not wearing the... That would explain why we're taking so much more damage. I didn't know. I didn't notice we changed rings. Alright. That does not matter. We have the flamestone ring. The reason we have that ring, the reason I got it, was for another boss. There is this enemy up here that's going to throw firebombs at us. That giant right up there. He's going to throw firebombs. No real worries about him as long as we just, watch out for these black spots. Stay completely away from these guys, from any of the areas that are blackened, and you should be fine. And look, we got another one of these guys. What's up? 1, 2, and we roll so we don't get killed. There we go. I don't know what you're doing. And he's dead. No bleed on him, sadly enough. That's alright. So we're heading to a very interesting enemy. And what I'm going to use for this is not bleed. I'm going to use lightning spear because this one can be very problematic. I can't think of his actual name right now. But obviously it's a Ricard. I'm sorry. I was trying to think of his name. Because the rapier, I remember the rapier. It's Ricard's rapier. So right now I'm just keeping him on the stairs. He doesn't have... Yeah, this is why I kept the spear out, just so it would be a lot easier. But Ricard's rapier is the only reason I remembered actually his name. I was like, I can't remember his name. But yeah. There's that. There's 2 chests up here I want. One's going to hold a Divine Blessing. The other one's going to hold... I don't remember. We're going to find out. Maybe like Twinkling Titanite or... Nope, Rare Ring of Sacrifice. Alright, so now we actually... Do we have 2 of those now? Yep, we have 2 of those. And we're only going to need 1 of those for Seath. So again, this no death run challenge only is going to allow 1 death, and that's a scripted death for Seath. Because Seath the Scaleless you cannot get past without dying. There is a way to do it. There is a complete travel glitch, but... I'll be honest with you, it is so much harder to do that glitch than it is just to die. I have attempted it several times in my runs. I can't perfect it. It's so tedious. It really is. So what you have to do is you raise up the elevator, you get on top of the guardrail of the elevator, and then you jump. And you have to jump at the perfect time. If you mess it up, you die. It's useless. There's no point to doing it for so many different respects. Like, I'm not saying that to be like, oh, you can't do it. I'm just saying it's not... Since I cannot perfect it, it's not worth it to me, so I'm not going to do it. Not to say it can't be done, obviously. It can be done. It is possible. I've seen it done several times, which is why I know it's even possible to do it. I just have never accomplished it myself, and it'd be nice to just accomplish it, just get it out of the way. But like I said, I've never done it, and I'm not going to take the risk on this no death run, because if I die, even by that run, even by that test, I'm not going to take that lightly. I'm going to be very upset with myself for allowing myself to die to something as minuscule as a travel glitch. It doesn't make a difference how I die. If I die in this run, even if it's something I know I shouldn't have had to die about, I don't care. A stupid death, big death, it makes absolutely no difference. A death is a death. So we need to make that very clear now, is no matter how we die, big or small, stupid or brilliant, a death is a death. So I'm not going to take the death, lightly. So one thing I want to make very clear is I don't feel like making it this challenge run any exceptions to a death, because it's going to feel invalid to me, and I don't want to invalidate my run. I don't want to feel like I've validated my run. I don't want to feel like I've, missed it in some way, shape, or form. I messed up. I don't want that at all. I want every excuse out of the way immediately to the best of our ability. So, yeah, big or small, doesn't make a difference. Well, Giant's out of the way now. And, oh, he dropped a tiny chunk. And there is the Iron Golem. And look at that giant mountain. Anor Londo is on its way. It's kind of crazy how that's sealed up. Like that whole area is sealed up, and I don't actually know where that genuinely leads off to. It might lead off to that bonfire we come into. Not really sure. Duke's Archives is right there. See the Scaleless and all that nonsense, because Crystal Cave is behind it. But yeah, we're gonna head over there soon enough. But our main focus, there's only 2 boss fights I plan on fighting today. And again, I plan on fighting today. And that's Iron Golem and Smough Nornstein. I'm not looking forward to that. Like, that boss fight, I am not looking forward to. Not because it's difficult, but for the simple fact that Smough Nornstein, with their team, with the way they work, is they are extremely difficult at low level if you get clipped by Smough's hammer. I am genuinely worried about Smough's hammer. I cannot stress that fact to you enough. It does bother me. Other than that, we should be good. Should not have to really worry too much. But other than that, yeah. Alright. Next, we've bought all our Titanite shards we needed. We didn't really need all those, but I figured we'd get rid of some of the souls that we didn't need. Because I don't think we need to buy anything as of right now. Like, we could have bought the giant set, but we're not going to use the giant set. Because the way we want to go about this is rolling. We're not like... I could fight... If I was fighting with the giant dad build, sure, that would make a lot of sense. But... I did not plan that. That just worked out perfectly. That was hilarious. We could use the giant armor set just because the giant set does have one of the better... It's actually the best defense in the game that I'm aware of. Like, it's better than Havel's set. But the problem is we can't roll with it, and I really want to be able to roll. Especially when it comes to, like, the later bosses and DLCs. Like Artorias, you gotta roll for. Sanctuary Garden, we gotta roll for. Manus, definitely a roller. Like, I'm not afraid of the base game. Like, we could beat the base game, no death. I'm not worried about all that noise. I am more focused solely on just the late game, like the actual DLCs, the end game content. Because, like, I'm playing the Ornstein and Smough off to be like these big enemies right now. They are actually monsters in their own right, but I don't feel like they're going to be impossible to beat. I feel as though we can do it, we can beat them, it won't be impossible. But I'm not going to lie to you, I I'm hesitant to go and fight that. Not only to fight them, but to get to them. Because if you play Dark Souls, there is an area that, for the uninitiated, there's an area where you can get clipped by an, Dragon Slayer arrow. And they have some massive bows, massive arrows. It's a problem. If you're not ready, you will die. Now, thankfully enough, I say I won't have to worry about that area so much, but I know full well the demons that are there before it are going to become a problem. So that's the reason we got the black fire bombs, was to deal with them, to pull them aside. The Painted Guardians area as well. It's just getting to Smough Nornstein is going to be the biggest issue. And once we get to Smough Nornstein, the battle itself is going to be fun. But the video is just relying, like y'all are relying on me to get past all that nonsense. We're just going to hope and pray for the best. Now again, I'm going to pick up the summon just because I can. I find Iron Tarkus a fun one to use. I haven't used Iron Tarkus in a long time. I actually haven't done a lot of these summons for a while. I don't need to bring them out, but I enjoy them. I enjoy having them, just for the simple fact of actually having a summon again. So I want to use them. I have no other interest than just to have a summon. So Iron Golem is relatively, I actually think he's rather simple. Just don't get hit with that. And we just have to smack him with a two-handed attack, and he's gonna fall to the ground. It's like, Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Tarkus did it. Well, I nearly died because of the thing grabbing me. Thankfully, this ledge was right here. Like, that would have been the end. Almost died to Iron Golem. I'm going to put Iron Golem boss fight. I don't know. I have no idea. The fact that thing nearly killed me was a first. I haven't, remember how I said gravity is my worst enemy? I bloody mean that. I hate gravity so very much in this game. Alright. Now to get all the way over there from here. I'm not looking forward to this, but we gotta do it. Oh yeah. Sorry. I had to think for a second, why are they attacking me? Because I seriously am so used to these guys just having so much more range on me. I can't express that to you guys, knowing that the modded Dark Souls, these guys have so much more range. And it's kind of troublesome to see it any other way. Alright, we're going to kindle this bonfire to give us our 20 Estus flasks, because I want those back, especially with where we're going. Now, we could have gotten more Firekeeper souls, but it wasn't necessary. It isn't necessary at this very moment, so I'm not too concerned about it. But our next objective right now is we're going to use the Lightning Spear on the Painted Guardians. We want the shield up, and we want to keep moving forward. Excuse me. These things are very important. Now the gargoyles, I think these ones are actually lightning resistant. I gotta switch back actually, because I completely forgot about the gargoyles actually being lightning resistant, so we've got to be careful with that. Should be a Silver Knight over here as well, like one over there, I think. Or is that the modded one? I don't bloody know anymore. Doesn't make a difference. What matters right now is this gargoyle. I got your tail too, buddy. That's fantastic. What you gonna do about it, huh? You're getting smacked. There it is. Bleed. Okay. And the Gargoyle Shield. Alright, so down here, I'm going to grab, I think, a Twinkling Titanite. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but I need the Twinkling Titanite. I'm hoping it's Twinkling Titanite. For the Crest Shield, I think, is what it needs. Oh, it's Demon Titanite. Pretty sure this requires Twinkling Titanite. How much do we have? 4. We need about 10 for one weapon. I know the Black Knight halberds, any of the Black Knight weapons use Twinkling Titanite. The Demon Titanite is for boss weapons like Qualax Great Sword or any great boss weapon that we would get. So here's where a lot of gravity comes into play, boys and girls. This is where we can die. Before we even get to Smough Nornstein is this boss fight here. Gravity. Like I know I joke with you guys a lot, but like genuinely, this area can definitely become a problem. So we're gonna switch over to our lightning spear just for this purpose, because these guys will throw knives, be a pain, and I want absolutely no part in these guys' problems. Yep. Alrighty then. Let's move on. Keep moving. So far so good, but the trick. Now, normally with magic, I'll use Homing Soul Masses from here. I'll just keep the Homing Soul Masses on. These guys will come near, and we'll be good. But I'm gonna be real with you. This area pains me every single time I play it. So, hopefully, if I'm lucky, I was. I was lucky. He is dead. Keep moving forward. We don't want to fall off this ledge because we have no way of surviving that fall. No way at all. Now there is a sorcery on this right here, but we will not need it, and the only reason we grab it is so we can kill off all those Painted Knight Guardians down there. Painted Knight Guardians. I'm sorry. Yeah, these are Painting Guardians, not Painted Knight Guardians. But yeah, the Painted Guardians are killed off now. So next we need to move towards this guy. Again, we try to stay as close to this as possible without dying. And we don't want to jump off like he did. Keep moving forward, slowly, steadily, and just stay patient. We try to fight as close as we can without moving too much. And oh crap. It is just almost there, and we're done. Alright, the make or break is dealt with, so now we can run. Now there is this guy. Is he gonna... okay, he's not gonna come up. Again, I'm so used to modded Dark Souls, these guys having all this range on me where they can just like straight up just take you out no problem. Alright, so next, Morning Star. Here we go. The gargoyle down here. Now this gargoyle is going to come running through. Yep, he's already fallen. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't fall. Here we go. Yep, a lot of demon strength. He's a gargoyle, so, you know. He's big, powerful. Too bad. I just keep cutting your guys' tails off. You guys don't have a chance. Kind of feel bad for that. Like, I'm genuinely taking their tails off. I'm not even trying to. It is what it is. Well, I know if I ever just want to take freaking tails off, just grab the Morning Star or any kind of bash weapon, because it just keeps doing it without me actually having to do it. All right, Anor Londo, home of an illusion. There's actually only one fight here, at least in Dark Souls 3. It's stated that only one of the two are actually still here. Smough and Ornstein, one of them is not real. So with this fight, we're just going to take on this giant and then that giant. We want to take them on at a time, one at a time, so we don't get killed. Because these guys do quite a bit of damage, as you can tell. Yep. So we're going to just nice and slow. Yay, bleed. Okay, the other one didn't come out at us, thankfully enough. Again, I do not feel like dying if I can help it. So we're just going to take this nice and easy. Now mind you, that shield has 100% physical resistance, which is so beyond understanding. Like, no shield in any of the other Dark Souls games. This giant shield's just like, oh, I can block you no matter what you're at, no matter where you're at. If you're hitting that side, I'm just going to block it. And it blocks everything, as you can tell. You clip that shield, it doesn't matter if you hit the body or not. That shield will take all the brunt, which is so frustrating. Okay. My heart rate can come down a little bit. Sorry about that. Heart rate can come down just a little bit, but not fully, because now we have all these demon bats. There's 2 down there, 3 over here, and then we have the Silver Knights that are going to start shooting us with pot shots. So my goal right now is to just make these guys regret ever coming to Anor Londo here. Yep, come on. As soon as he's in range again. I have 95 of these. I can spare a few here. Alright, and there we go. Oh, he's gone. Alright. Black firebombs. Nice. Okay, well that makes that easier. Alright, so we're going to come down here, and again, there's 2 knights that are going to try to smite us off. Yep, there's the first one. So I want to deal with these demons first and foremost, so we're going to go at one angle, and we're going to hit it with a black firebomb. Trying to see if I can get it right. Okay, here we go. So right now, this is the way we're going to do this, because I don't have the range to actually fight them proper. Alright, well, one killed itself. Nicely done. Alright. Y'all ready for this? Let's do it. I'm going to run all the way up here. And then we're going to stay here for a split second. The reason I want to do this is because I want to wait until that happens. Come over here, keep running. Now, you can parry these, by the way. I want to make that extremely clear right now. But we're not planning on parrying them. But we want to parry that. Dink. Get out of here. So yeah, you can parry the archer's bow. It's the only one in the game you can actually parry it that I am aware of. You may be able to parry the other ones, but I've never tried. Maybe we'll test that out other ways, but right now we can parry the Dragon Slayer arrow. Now should be, yes, here he is. Solaire. The reason I want Solaire here is obviously we're going to use him for the Smough and Ornstein fight. Because without him, this fight could be a whole nother problem. Now mind you, this is the one fight that Solaire sucks at. The only one, believe it or not, that I can think of where he actually is just, he gets in the way. He's not an actual help. Like, I don't know why this is the only fight that he struggles with, but I was doing another challenge for myself. I want to see if I can get Solaire all the way to the end of the game to help me fight Gwyn. Do I need him to help me fight Gwyn? No, by no means. Gwyn is just parry, 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 and he's dead. But I was thinking, can we get him there? So that means he has to survive 3 of the 4 battles that he gets involved with: the gargoyles, the gaping dragon, Smough Ornstein, and the centipede demon. There are those 4 fights he can get involved in, and he has to survive 3 of the 4. Can he do it? Well, that's all on me. I have absolutely no idea if he can, but I want to try just because. How many of these do we actually have? Do we have a number on these, or is it on somewhere else? Up here it is 6. We have 6 of 10 that we can get. We can get a lot of them, but I'm just trying to think. I think 10, it gets you into the Covenant. If you trade off 10, you get a whole bunch of stuff, but no idea. Here we go. Just bashing these guys' brains out. So a little lore about the Silver Knights is I got really good at parrying because of these guys. I sat here going back and forth from that bonfire, parrying this one Silver Knight over and over and over again until I figured out his pattern. Because this is before I actually knew how to parry, before I actually knew how to play the game properly. I was on my own by the time I got here. And I remember so vividly, like, this guy put me on my butt so much. Like, they were killing me left, right, center. I couldn't do anything about it. I was so upset. So I just said, you know what, I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to learn how to parry. I'm going to learn how to beat them. So I think I spent hours just learning how to parry every single Silver Knight in this game. And then from there, I just learned how to parry everything else. It's kind of funny I started with the Silver Knights parrying them instead of like the Hollows or the Black Knights or anything like that. I learned how to parry Silver Knights first. Because I didn't really understand how to do it, so I learned from just, in general, just learning to play around with these guys. I had no choice but to either learn or die. And I was tired of dying, so I learned. Alright, we're going to do a little glitch here. A little skip. If I actually hit it, instead of missing it like I just did. We're going to try this again. Let's go again. One more time. This time, angle it properly. There we go. Alright, here we go. 2 Silver Knights. One of them is going to come up at me. The other one's not. And again, just learning how to parry these guys was my very first time ever parrying. So I learned real quick how to do that. I really had no choice to do that. Let's see. How much damage does this do with 2 hands? Alright. Doors are open. Don't plan on dying. But I'm stressing myself out right now. So let's do this. Havos Gauntlets is like 11.5. Alright. So, let's move on. Literally just need to kill Silver Knight here, and killing those giants down there. Because if we don't, Solaire's tracking is going to get messed up. So we're going to take one at a time. Mind you, these ones are a lot stronger than the ones we just fought. I want to make that extremely clear. These are stronger than we just fought outside. These ones are royal. I actually don't know their full title, but these guys are far stronger. They can actually heal themselves, and they, obviously, as you just saw, they have Wrath of the Gods. Now, so we want to keep close eye on them. Get nice, okay. Without dying here. Yep, Wrath of God. Try again. I hit him. But again, that shield says, no you didn't. Alright. This is why we gotta take these guys on, because they're so... if I wasn't having to fight at such a low level, I would be... I feel like I'd have much more of an advantage. Yep, that's what I was afraid of, is him healing. And it's not very much damage. Fudge. Okay. One more hit. There we go. I got scared. Like, I'm getting really scared, just ready to fight these guys. So, I don't know. Alright. Sorry, I had to send a text real quick. Just cause. I was getting a phone call that needed to be answered, and I just couldn't answer at the moment, so I just texted back saying, please give me like 10-15 minutes. So right now, my worries are obviously these big guys. Like, they have a lot of health to them, and they do a lot of damage. Smough and Ornstein is going to be just as bad. So just, if not worse, I feel, just worries me to no end. I'm getting lower in voice because I'm getting stressed. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay calm, but it is, like, we're at the home, like, we're extremely, extremely long into this run, and I'm just really, I'm not really looking forward to the next part of this. So we're gonna get this done really quickly. I'm hoping we can do this in one try. Solaire, please don't do what you normally do and help me. I want you to actually be useful in this fight. Okay, good. I was expecting him to run back up. Okay. Here we go. This fight is extremely important. So let's do this. Smough, the Executioner, and Ornstein, the Dragon Slayer. Not starting off on a great foot. Oh yeah, we want to take Ornstein out first. I nearly forgot about that. Okay. Right now, I've got to make Smough my target for now. Just make him, you know, go after me, so Solaire can take on Ornstein. That is my goal right now. Just my hope is Smough will not kill me beforehand. And Solaire, kill Ornstein. What are you doing? You know what? Give me a moment. Good. Whew. Hey, there we go. All right. I hope you guys are ready for Ornstein and Smo's defeat. Now, mind you, that lightning is going to be a huge hassle if we're not ready for it. So I'm trying to make this easier on myself here. Yep, that was what I was afraid of. All right, Smo, come on. Just me and you. All right. We have plenty of health. We just need to stay calm. Smo is definitely a threat. I want to make that extremely clear. This was the threat that I've been waiting for. Stay nice and close. Not that close. Okay. The panic roll. The panic on that roll. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear my voice, but I am scared. Here we go. If I can just make him bleed. Okay. Yes. I am grateful for that shield. If it wasn't for that grass, if it wasn't for this shield, we would probably be in a lot of mess right here, right now. Now, mind you, this entire fight is just purely just patience based. Oh, I do more damage with the black fire bombs. Oh, we're using that to our advantage. You best believe we're using that to our advantage. I did not know that. Now that I know that, I'm going to use it. Keep coming, Smo. Let's go. Oh, look at this. This fight went from I've got a whole problem to ain't nothing about it. Uh-oh. I missed. All right. Yes. Oh, we did it. We've done it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We have. Oh my goodness, we did it. We did it. I'm really impressed. We have done it. We killed Smo and Ornstein. Mind you, we had Solaris' help. Did really necessarily need his help, but he died sadly through the fight, so we weren't able to do his next fight. He has to survive. If we want to take him to Gwyn, we have to have him survive. So now we come to Gwendolyn, or Guinevere. Yeah, I think this is Guinevere, right? Yep, Guinevere. She gives us Lord Vessel. We're gonna leave. Now, we did not pick up. Oh, there's a ring we need to grab. Because I need to fight. What's his face? One of the. What is his name? Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, I have to fight. And right now, Gwendolyn is down by the tomb. I think it's actually supposed to be Lord Gwyn's tomb. Either way, I would have killed her to make just to speed this up. Problem is, I don't wish to die because there's going to be 3 NPCs we have to fight. One is going to be Aryan Tarkus, the other one is going to be a spellcaster, and the third one is going to be the Firekeeper that is at the base, like where we were just at. I don't want to fight any one of those 3 right now because we're not ready to fight them, and we're not going to fight them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, as long as we don't die here. Okay, run. Keep running. Like, if it wasn't for that physical resistance, we would be dead multiple times over. If it wasn't for those black fire bombs, however, the Smough fight would have gone horribly longer. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to rest at a bonfire, and we're going to head back to Firelink. This should drive us down, right? Yep, here we go. If you get dizzy, don't look. So I want to do this in succession to each other, but we're not going to do this video. I've had enough excitement on this right now. So we're going to fight Guinevere. Or not Guinevere. We're going to fight Gwendolyn first. And the way we do this is we have to get a ring all the way back at the catacombs. And we didn't do this the first time, but we will this time. We'll head back to the catacombs and deal with this because we did not get the Dark Seance ring. We need the Dark Moon Seance ring to open up this secret area, but we'll do that next time. So, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all watching, and hope you guys enjoyed. And I really hope I fixed the audio on this, but we're going to find out. Alright, bye.